And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Off to the races we go for Wednesday. Right now, and I was telling Odie just a moment ago, I was kind of shocked at what the temperature is right now. We're sitting at 73, although today is going to be cooler, not getting above 87. I was expecting it to be like yesterday, somewhere in the 60s. 73 is not bad. We're not complaining, are we? As we glance at radar this morning, already picking up a few showers in the forecast. Now, remember, later today, after, say, 2 o'clock, we've got about a 30% chance of afternoon showers coming into the forecast. So here's what we've got popping up so far this morning as we turn the Meridian Honda radar. Up around Philadelphia, and as you get out to the west there, look at there around Carthage, some showers, Highway 16, all the way up to Kosciuszko. A little bit there around Nanawaya, right in that area there. East of Scuba, you'll find a shower or two right at the state line, and north around Sugarlock on Highway 45. Nothing in the Meridian area or Newton at this point, but again, we've got those showers coming out of Bastrop, Louisiana. Maybe will make things cooler for us here. I don't think anybody would mind a little bit of rain right now. We do need that. Maybe these burn bans will eventually go away. And we'll talk about a few of those this morning. Boy, have we had those. If you are a volunteer fireman or married to someone who is, you haven't seen a whole lot of them lately, have you? Oh, they've been busy stomping out fires, and, well, people just plumb forget. But we are under a burn ban at this point, Lauderdale County and southward, a little bit in the western portion, but anything south of I-20 is basically a burn ban. You can check it out. I shared that yesterday. We'll put that back up again today just so you're aware of who's under one. And the way it's written is to be determined when they will come off, which means we got to get more rain before they decide to end that. That's the way it looks at this point. All right, let's get some Jesus this morning. We all need it, don't we? That's how we all got our day. Set out to Collinsville to the First Baptist Church. Here's Brother Ben.
Shakespeare once said through his character Juliet, "A rose by any other name would smell as sweet." That's a poetic way of saying that what makes a thing what it is its characteristics, its essence, not what we call it. What makes a rose a rose? Well, not its name. It's its petal forms, thorny stem, its color, its sweet fragrance. What makes a dog a dog? Well, it's 4 legs, its canine teeth, its wagging tail, and its bark, to name just a few. Now, in Romans 9, Apostle Paul is thinking on mercy. And so I ask this question, what makes mercy mercy? Well, Apostle Paul points out that one of the things that makes mercy mercy is the fact that God doesn't have to give it. Mercy's never owed. In fact, the moment mercy begins to be owed to somebody, it's no longer mercy. It's something else. Beloved, if you've received mercy from God, never forget that God didn't have to give it to you. That's why God says in Romans 9, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. And later, Apostle Paul says of God, so then he has mercy on whomever he wills and hardens whomever he wills. All of that means that God would have been perfectly righteous to have given you and me the punishment we deserve. But praise God, He's shown us mercy, even though He didn't have to. So thank you, Father. May you rejoice in God's mercy today. Mercy by any other name would still smell as sweet. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And welcome back, as it's always good there. Don't forget they'll be open tonight, church services this evening there, First Baptist Church of Collinsville. If you can't make it there, get to one closer to you. As long as you get a little bit, it'd be good for you. As we look at a few of the headlines across America, and it makes you really think of, why do I even have to say this? But I'm going to anyway, since it's a headline, because, well, some people missed the memo on this. If you're trying to lose weight, don't do this. Is that kind of straightforward there, Odie? It is. Don't use laxatives to lose weight. The doctors are saying it's not good for you. But believe it or not, there's a lot of Americans who are trying this. Also, what medication was it that they were getting that was losing weight not long ago, and it made a shortage in something else? I can't remember, but yeah. It was called the Diet Rage.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was, but I remember it.
But I'd have to. Me and Odie can't come up with the pill, but it made a shortage for others. Losing weight, that's tough, because I can't lose a pound. I used to be skinny, but I sure like me some cornbread now. And, well, I'm going to stick with the cornbread. I can't starve. I just literally can't do it. Good luck to y'all trying to lose that weight. As we look at this, how is inflation doing? As we do the studies, they say it's not going to be better because of this. And I think we've all been seeing this since it was $1.69 and we lost control. Gas, it controls everything. And what I mean by that, if you've got a delivery, if gas goes up, it makes it higher on the freight, and then that's passed on to the consumer. But they say don't expect the inflation to come down because higher prices of gas are driving this wildly. Getting worse every day on that. $3.25 I'm seeing now, from $1.69 a little over 2 years ago to $3.25 plus, depending upon where you are. I did see it once this week for $3.05 somewhere, and that was a long line, and people were arguing at one another of get out of my way. We'll have to get into gas pump etiquette. If you've got a car that is this way, don't pull in front of it. It just really clogs the system. Make sure everybody's in the flow to where everybody can pull off. I was waiting on someone and watched that at a gas pump, and it was just confusion of who do you back up, and they were yelling at one another.
You got to get in line.
Yeah, you do have to get in line. Yeah, watch the side of your car. I'll hush, but I did watch that. The New Mexico Attorney General says he's not going to defend the governor over what? Remember the ban that they put on concealed weapons? Lawsuits are pouring in. He says he's not going to help. It's unconstitutional, and we all know that. Get ready for this. If you think you've seen a bunch of political ads locally, just wait till 24 rolls in. They're saying $10 billion is going to be spent in political ad money as we start seeing some of these national races. And what I mean by that is dishonest, and we'll start seeing things from the Biden camp and this, that, and the other. Wow. $10 billion. Imagine what we could do for our country if that money was spent other ways and we put a cap on how much you could spend. Oh, I know that'll never happen, and that almost sounds like you're not being fair and letting people do what they want, but golly, that's a lot of money that could go to, well, let's just say veterans. The homeless problem we have, setting up $10 billion in political ads to make, 30% here go vote? Wow. $10 billion, okay. Cruise ship, 206 aboard, has grounded in Greenland. They got a little too close. It's hung. I also read yesterday where the Mississippi River is extremely low right now and causing delays of ports, of people being able to travel. One of the lowest times it's been in quite some time. Sinking. We ain't had any rain this summer. 379 in Florida, Don says. That's kind of high there. Let's see. Also, we see 301 Walmart. Debbie said she saw it at 301. It's some different prices. It goes from here to there. Usually, the closer you are to an interstate, the higher it is. That's generally speaking. Something to think on there. We'll be right back. We got so much more to show you this morning as we begin this day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
You know, Bob made a comment, Bob McNeese, and he probably has a point. Where common sense comes into government, when you save money here, you should take it and pay this off. Bob points out if we had that $10 billion, they'd probably give it to Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know?
He's right.
I think you're right. And it always goes back to how you vote. And again, remember, there's cricket on each side of the fence. Never think that one party is all straight-laced because it's not happening. Behind closed doors, I think they all get together and have a drink and decide which way to spend the money. That's my thoughts. I could be wrong. Let's get into your forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Back in 19, we had a high of 102 today. That was hot, wasn't it? Back in 1940, we were still hovering, had a couple days that were cold there. 45 in 1940. As we glance across today, Meridian will see 87. As you'll notice, it's not a lot of rain forecasted from the National Weather Service. It's going to be more west of here and south of here, the Vicksburg area there, into the state line, moving into Louisiana, Natchez. Maybe a little bit south of Hattiesburg as you get near the Mississippi Gulf Coast. But 87 here, 86 in Philadelphia. We'll see 82. Look at that in Eupora. Sounds good, doesn't it? As we move across that state line, we'll see 83 in Hamilton. Demopolis should see 87, along with our friends over in Livingston as well. Birmingham will get about 85 today. Not bad at all. As we glance at this is what's across right now, the 6 to 10 day outlook. A little bit warmer popping in there, but again, the highs mainly in the mid-80s is what we'll see. Not bad and nothing to complain about. Here's that 7-day outlook as we see today, 87, 86 tomorrow, increasing to a 40% chance of showers on Saturday, but the high still at 87. The nighttime lows get better and better. Look at Sunday night, 62 for a low, Monday's low for 63. We have no complaints whatsoever. Whew. Good deal there. As we look ahead for another 7 days, all the way toward the end of the month through the 27th, we're not going to crack the 90s at all. Staying below 88 being the highest that we've got all the way through the 27th. And again, rain chances, as you look at this, they're very slim, which is not good on this burn ban that we've been dealing with. Little to no rain at all expected. So what does that tell us? We need to be extremely careful as these tractors are rolling and getting everything ready in the woods. This planting season is going on now. Mufflers don't leave a tractor unattended in tall grass. It will catch fire. I've seen it happen. As we turn to the tropics this morning, what's going on? We've got 2 hurricanes and another one developed. This 80% chance that this is going to turn into something. We see that Lee is a Cat 3 right now, moving along at 115 miles an hour. Those millibars at 948. Now, we're expecting this point. It's been going back and forth in between the U.S. and Canada. But at this point, sometime this weekend, expected to make landfall as a Cat 1. Most likely will be in Maine. But we're days out from this, and this can twist a little bit. I'll go back toward Canada, maybe even miss. But at this point, they're betting money on Maine. Yes, we'll watch it closely to let you know. Margaret, she's not really bothering anybody. She's tootling along as a Cat 1 at 86 miles an hour and 975 millibars this morning. That's the latest of what we've got on the tropic side. So far, the Gulf has been fairly clear as we make it toward the end of September. Again, anything can happen. Forecasters keep telling us that it's going to be more storms and more storms develop. Doesn't mean that they'll hit, but always be on the precautious side. All right, fishing. What's going on today? As we go to Chet's Paint and Body, it looks like our best time today is going to be 11 o'clock, 11 until 1. So you can go before lunch and have a sandwich and, well, enjoy yourself. Next time it's going to be late, about 11 o'clock tonight. That's a long way off. The wind's going to be light north, increasing 5 to 10 in the morning if you're going to be out there fishing at any point in time today. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be getting into the deer forecast before long. October, we'll be getting into bow season, so we'll be adding that so you'll be able to know what to do. Linda Jane, good morning. Sheila is up as well. So many of you. Lisa Stokes. Oh, I should say Miss Pike, shouldn't I? Ruth Kay, good morning to you as well. Already moving along, we're 14 minutes away from the morning show starting. We'll go back live in about 12 minutes as we get everything together, make a pot of coffee, and get ready to tell you what's going on in the last 24 hours. Locally, state, and nationally. It's all coming your way, beginning at the top of the hour with the Scotty Ray Report, as Odie will be joining us.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.